Hi, I'm Jenni Spinner, Chief Editor of Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery, and I'm here with,
Liz Parker Kuhn, senior editor.
and we are a little bit late in doing our monthly new product highlights because I've been traveling like crazy. Liz has been traveling like crazy, but we've met up here in our respective offices to talk about product highlights for the month of February 2025. Again, snack and bakery producers, you outdid yourselves, so we have a ton of things to talk about. I won't speak for Liz, but I had a hard time narrowing it down to just a couple, so this video isn't 3 hours long. Um, let's get right into it. I'd like to start off with a company that is near and dear to my heart, Cheryl's Cookies. You might know them as giftable packages of cookies, soft baked, tend to be frosted. I got these from my mom when I was a kid in college, care packages every once in a while. Yeah, just like traditional sugar cookies and things like that. Although somebody at Cheryl's is getting a little crazy with the flavor combinations. One of the fun ones, they have a collaboration flavor with Frank's Red Hot, the hot sauce. Now I haven't tried this, but I'm intrigued because spicy is a trend that we've seen on chips and other things that are typically on the savory end, adding a sweet note. But this is going the other way. This is a sweet product that's adding hot sauce. And I picked this one because not just because I'm a fan of hot sauce. I have something like 2 dozen bottles in my fridge right now. But I'm intrigued by the adventurous combination of a hot sauce with a sweet cookie. And Liz, actually, I don't know if you're not a hot person. Well,
No.
no, you're plenty hot. You're not a fan of spicy foods,
Hot
is what I
sauce.
meant to say.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
I can't do spicy foods, but I'll agree with you. Cheryl's is getting a little crazy because I'll throw this is technically a March product, but I'll throw it in the ring.
yeah,
They just came out with a ranch flavored cookie. And
yeah.
I like to, if I have too many samples, I like to pass them on to others. And I asked a few
Uh-huh.
people, would you want these? Can I send them to you? And they were like, I don't know about that, but I had them sent to my mom. We'll see if she likes them or not. But it is interesting what you said with how it's a sweet product and they're adding the spicy versus vice versa.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought this struck me as so like off the rails because if you're a fan like I am of spicy things, you might have tried Mexican hot chocolate, which the bakery that I worked at more than a decade ago, we had Oaxacan chocolate cake balls that were
Mm.
a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of cayenne pepper in it. And I well, my boss isn't paying attention to this. I used to sneak them when I was on my shift because I was such a fan of the sweet spicy combination. Liz, why don't you give us our next product?
My next product is cauliflower frozen dill pickle pizza. So pickles on pizza, very divisive topic, I have found. I personally love it, especially if you've got some fresh dill in there. There's a few local places around me that do a great job at it. I have posted pictures of these on social media before, the pizzas I get, and people are very divided about it. However, now you don't have to go to a restaurant because cauliflower has a frozen dill pickle pizza. They're saying it's the first one to market. They did send me samples. I haven't tried it yet, but I am very curious to try it.
Yeah, Gail, the brains behind the operation, she's figured out very wisely that people who are cutting out gluten want to have fun with their food too. So this is a really good example of somebody that's in the BFY slash ingredient avoidance space, not just providing people with a sorry substitute of a gluten-full pizza, but innovating, having a little bit of fun with it. And I tried to talk to Gail at Expo West. She was too busy. I ended up sneaking a picture like a creepy person. But yeah, this was her booth was busy, and one of the reasons why was because people were reaching for the sample of this pizza. Pickle was a hot flavor at Expo West. Um, so yeah, thanks for innovating and giving us something to talk about, Miss Gail. My next thing, I apparently can't get enough of spicy stuff today, was Kettle Brand's chamoy flavor. It if you are a Chicagoan like me, in a neighborhood like I live, that's heavily Latino, you might have seen my friend Victor has a fruit cart, and it's fresh cut fruit, expertly cut. His knife skills are insane. But then instead of just fruit in a cup, you can get things on it. I get the whole works, which includes lime juice, salt, chili powder, and then this chamoy blend, which is like a sweet, spicy blend that you pour on it, and it's really good. I highly recommend that when the weather gets warm and you're around my neighborhood, find Victor and get him to make you a cup of all the fruit with all the sauce and spice on it. Um, Finding this flavor on a chip is interesting, though. I mean, spicy, again, it's a hot trend. This is a little unexpected, though. Chamoy is a flavor that I haven't seen outside, Victor's Fruit Cart in ethnic grocery stores. Putting it for Campbell's to put it on a snack that's on shelves at Target and whatnot. That's a fun adventure. Thank you for expanding the flavor options, Kettle Brand.
I have been seeing chamoy like more and more. I wouldn't say in the wild, but like at shows especially.
Hmm.
So at ECRM, I forget if it was this time or the time before that, there was a brand that had chamoy cotton candy, which I found interesting.
Oh, fun.
And Campbell's offered to send me samples of this. I sent it to one of our art directors, so she was intrigued to try it because she loves like the spicy type trend or spicy snacks. But
Hmm.
I saw it. Where else did I see chamoy? It was like on a lollipop or something. Like a lot of like the sweet and spicy type trends have been popping up with it.
Yeah, you will. If you go to Mexican candy stores, you will find lollipops that are mango flavored, inexplicably shaped like a roast chicken, but covered in sometimes covered in chili powder. And then I've seen the lollipops coming with dipping sauce, the flavor that's on these chips now. So it's fun. Seeing Latino flavors expand the way they have in the last few years has been interesting to watch as a journalist. Oh, it's your turn.
Yep.
Oh, we got
My
two Campbell's things in a row.
Oh yeah,
Yay,
actually.
Campbell.
And then I'm gonna add some to these too. So my next one
Gotcha.
is a twofer. It's butterbeer extravaganza. So it sounds weird to say it's butterbeer season because there's no season for butterbeer, but
Right.
there have been a slew of butterbeer products lately. So the two I want to talk about are Goldfish Grams and Keebler Fudge Stripes. So Keebler Fudge Stripes I enjoy. I don't have
Hmm.
them that often. They send me these and they're really good. They taste kind of like a caramel, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
caramel type flavor. And I've been to Universal. I've had butterbeer at one of the stores. It was good. I wanted it to be better, but it was good. But Goldfish Grams is also doing that. People have been finding in the wild, like at Target, Walmart, etc. And then I have two more I'm going to throw in the ring. I have Skinny Pop, which a friend just sent me on Instagram. She's like, "Did you know about
Nice.
this one?" I said yes. And then Hershey's Kisses also is doing a butterbeer
Right, I saw
product.
those.
So that's four butterbeer products like in the last month. So that's just been everywhere lately, and people are very still obsessed with Harry Potter all these years later. So I think it should do really well with consumers.
Yeah, it's I mean, I have a Hufflepuff, Hufflepuff for life. Um, it has been interesting to see the brand partnership with Warner Brothers, who owns the Harry Potter brand. I've talked about before when tie-ins go beyond just slapping a picture of a superhero on your box of crackers or whatnot to like um, integrated flavor that ties in with the property. Or a design like Fudge Stripes had those Beetlejuice ones that look like Beetlejuice's
Yep.
signature coat. I think those are notable and worth talking about, not just because they taste good, but because I think consumers really appreciate when you're having th fun and putting more thought into product development with the tie-in. Be interesting to see how crazy the butterbeer extravaganza, as you put it, uh, goes forward. Another thing, Liz wrote about it. I got to see it and try it in person. Honey Stinger, uh, Stroop waffles that are geared towards fuel for athletes. If you are a runner, like am now running the half marathon. What's wrong with me? Um, you fuel up before your run. You eat stuff to recover after the run, but occasionally you'll want something that's like portable to eat while you're running if you're running long distances. And Honey Stinger has been around for a bit. With that, a lot of the things that are geared towards this performance purpose are goo in a little envelope, which I'm like, some of them taste like pudding, but the texture can be off. I would as a newbie runner, found that I kind of want something that's more like food. And this fits the bill. The new peanut butter is just another flavor. Basically, this just gave me an excuse to talk about a product that I'm a fan of. This isn't a play for new product if you're listening, my friends at Honey Stinger, but I do appreciate the fact that again, runners want something to recover, but they also want something fun, delicious, and options. And they went from the original Honey Stinger Stroop waffle to they have a range of flavors now. And it's interesting to see because performance snacks are still a snack. And this is a brand that's having fun with that.
I remember writing about that and thinking it was interesting because I didn't know that they already had like a line of just like basic stroopwafels. So it's interesting that they decided to add peanut butter to that. Most people like peanut butter unless you're allergic to it, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see, and it's portable, like you said. So I could see that being useful for
Hmm.
runners or anyone who just wants an on the go type of snack. And my next snack, we're going back to the pickle trend, but this one is taking it a bit further. So we have Cheetos Flamin' Hot Dill Pickle flavored.
Hmm.
And Cheetos Flamin' Hot, it's been around for a while, I believe. So
Oh,
it makes
sure.
sense to me that they're just going to add like that new SKU to their portfolio.
Hmm. If you're a Flamin' Hot fan as a consumer, you have a sense of adventure already. So combining hot with the super trendy flavor of dill pickle, you're gonna try it. So it'll be interesting to see how many consumers actually reach for that. This gives me another reason to plug the Eva Longoria directed story of the Flamin' Hot. I think it's on
Still need to see
Netflix.
that.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
So watch that. My next snack is another thing that my friend Liz here wrote about, but then I got to try in person. And I can play Vanna White here because I did remember to bring these. Vienna Snacks, a previous snack producer of the year, they play in the simple ingredient, straightforward, better for you space. Started out with roasted chickpeas, and now they have edamame, which is the soybean in its purest form, roasted flavors like ranch and chili lime. And they appeal to me because not just because Porvy, the founder, is a really nice person, but because I'm looking for snacks that have a decent protein kick. I don't know. I held it up so quickly. You didn't get to see that this little thing has 12 grams of protein in it. I'm going to read the entire nutrition facts label to you. 130 calories, salty, but not a ton of sodium, and no added sugar, and only 2 grams. So, speaking of recovery snacks, this would be perfect for bringing on or to eat after your run because it's simple, it's easy, delicious. There's a lot of companies in the better for you space, but there's fewer producers that are putting out just like such simple, straightforward stuff. It's literally roasted edamame flavored. That's it. So yeah, I thought it was interesting to find these in flavors and then just like simple one serving packs. Perfect for C-stores.
Yeah. Vienna Snacks has been everywhere recently because weren't they on that TV show too with Kristen Bell? Was that them? I believe so. I think
Oh
she's
yeah, the
snacking on
oh, it's so
something.
good.
It wasn't the edamame. I think it was called Nobody Wants This is the
Nobody wants
show, and
this.
it just got renewed for season two.
Really
Quick
good.
plug for them.
I think it was the Tasty
Um,
Thins, right? Which is the extruded
something, but
things.
she's
Yeah.
she is on a mission. She was looking for something that she wasn't supposed to be looking for, and she has these snacks in her hand. And we
Hmm.
wrote about it on Fun Friday. She's just like munching on the snacks while trying to look for this thing, but it was funny. But yeah, so they've been around for a bit, but the edamame, I don't think I've seen like any other like edamame type snacks, so that's kind of interesting
Yeah,
to me.
one of the things that Porvy did it was if you shop Indian grocery stores, roasted chickpeas are a popular snack, CPG snack in India, and you would find
Mm,
them in Indian grocery stores. But bringing that snack that's popular with a certain group of people and putting that on, mainstream shelves, that's a couple things that savvy producers have been doing, and it's fun to watch.
yeah,
Think
that makes
edamame, the
sense.
same thing. You've
And
got
then
another. Yeah.
my next snack is yet another spicy snack. So Ritz is coming out with a hot honey version of their classic cracker. And I think that will do well. They had last year they introduced spicy queso Ritz bits, so that's kind of like a natural extension of
Yeah.
that. And yeah, like a lot of people will. I personally used to have Ritz with like peanut butter or like other toppings, so you could probably mess around with that too.
Hmm.
Make it like a very spicy snack. But I think it should be interesting to see if consumers will like it or not.
Yeah, hot honey is everywhere. And
Mm.
if you've noticed that most stores now have their own private label version. I think if you were to walk into a Trader Joe's, they have several versions of hot honey itself. In terms of brands, Mike's Hot Honey, which I saw in a couple products at Expo West, and Nate's Hot Honey, I think is
Oh
another
yeah.
one on Blue
Yep.
Diamond
We have some of
Walnuts
that.
or Diamond Walnuts, excuse me. And it's not going away anytime soon. Will it be around forever and become an evergreen, as they say, or will this hot honey trend uh, go away? Considering I've been in this job about 3 years and it hasn't slowed down at all. I don't think so. So get used to it. But interesting to see big brands like Ritz playing into and getting in on the hot honey bandwagon. My next thing is again, Jenny can't stop talking about Expo West. It's a big show. If you get a chance to go next year, definitely go. Um, one of the trends that's not even a trend anymore, plant-based snacks. Although, before I get into the product itself, people are also like swinging back towards incorporating more animal-derived ingredients. There was a company from Chicago who was selling beef tallow and lard as ingredients for their products. The show has providers in addition to snack producers and companies that were touting their collagen as an ingredient, animal-derived collagen, dairy, but people are still interested in plant-based options. Um, and jerkies, mushroom jerky, mushroom bacon. I've never had that before, and that was really good. There was a brand that Liz wrote about called Before the Butcher Meat Sticks. Um, there's a lot of products in the plant-based, like jerky made out of mushrooms and things like that, but this is sunflower protein. I didn't get a chance to try it, but I would love to see if that texture, and if you're a fan of meat snacks, sometimes you try the plant-based alternative and the texture is just wrong, especially with the sticks because you don't get that like snap of the casing that provides a pleasant texture. I would like to try these to see if it replicates the experience rather than just giving me an alternative that doesn't use animal products.
Yeah, these sounded interesting to me. I didn't get to see a picture of them because our friends at National Provisioner originally had the article. I looked
Hmm.
online for a photo but couldn't find one. But
Right.
in the text it said authentic pepperoni flavor. And if you're using sunflower protein, that sounds interesting to me. Like I'm interested in seeing if that actually does taste like pepperoni and if you get the snap that you
Yeah.
talked about.
Yeah, I love me a good meat snack.
And you have, oh, yeah, chomps.
Yes.
That's another one to
Chumps.
mention in that
Another
space.
reason to go to Expo West is there's so much free stuff. I'm wearing a shirt from Johnny Pops.
Yeah.
Drinking out of a Chomps mug. At the gym, I wore a Nosh hat. So not that that's why I went there. It's just that people are very generous with promo items, and I am basically my entire wardrobe is Expo West.
I'm gonna do a quick plug. So I moved desks
Oh,
recently
nice.
and I've put some smart sweets. I'm cheating a bit because these are not theirs. These are Swedish fish.
Oh,
But just keeping it on my desk for just like noshing. I think they sent this to me.
that's really
Um,
cool.
but yeah, and a quick plug, we have a new, what is it? A new video up with them on candy
Oh,
industry.
okay.
But
Nice.
yep.
Not this isn't Liz does her own thing with candy. But Smart Sweet's new product at Expo West was the cinnamon bears.
Yep, that's what the
Um,
video is about.
they do a really good job of replicating sugary snacks with
Yeah.
the Swedish fish. You cannot tell the difference between theirs and the
I was gonna
regular
say,
thing.
yeah,
So,
their
um,
Swedish fish is really good, and I really like their Twizzlers, like their licorice version. That was good
yeah,
too.
they
So,
if Brox, if you're listening, please bring back the red twists. Their version of the red twists remind me of the Brox things that I used to eat way too
mm,
many of when I was a kid. Anyway, sorry for the tangent. Let's get back to um Christine Tozzi, who I got to meet when she opened her new Chicago location. She's a lovely person, but um, she's a business owner. She has a successful, started in New York City, chain of bakery locations. She also has retail stuff, her bakery things and ice cream, you can find in Target and other stores like that, based on her products. But lately, she must not get any sleep because she has kids too, and she's doing all of these collaborations with other brands. She has her own shoes with Dr. Scholl.
yep.
And the Oh, there's tons more. I could go on and on, but I'm a big fan of churros. She has a birthday churro at Taco Bell, which are supposed to be really good. I picked this product, fan of churros, one thing. But to see, because she's accessible, but still a premium bakery and snack brand, collaborating with Taco Bell, which if I can reveal a bit about myself, I associate with eating after a night of drinking or in college especially or just it's yeah, they're not high end and premium, but Taco Bell has a lot of fun. So it in a way it's surprising, but it does make sense that a fun brand like Taco Bell would collaborate with somebody who's as adventurous and creative and fun as the woman behind Milk Bar.
I wanted to go to the new Milk Bar when I was in Chicago, but it was just so cold out that I was
Oh,
like,
it
I'll go
was.
another time. But I've been to the one in Vegas. That's the one
No.
I frequent usually at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. And they have all sorts of interesting things. They've got the very first one I went to was in New York. I think that's the original. And they had like the cereal milk ice cream. So yeah, they do have a lot of fun. So I'm not entirely surprised they're doing a collaboration. I think I saw friends posting about this before we even posted about it. So
Yeah.
I feel like that means it's going to be a hit with consumers. And then speaking of that, our last product we both picked, and it's Calbee Asian style chips. So they sent me a few of these, and the flavors are really interesting. There were two spicy ones, and then there was
Yeah.
like a umami, like salt potato chips, like just your
Mhm.
regular salt chips, but umami. And then there was like a yellow curry one, I believe. It's sitting on my
Hmm.
kitchen table right now, actually. And I haven't really like if you go to Asian markets like H Mart or we have one called 168 Mart. You'll see stuff like that, but
Hmm.
it's not to go to like a regular grocery store like Meijer or a big chain. It's kind of rare to see that, so I'm really curious to see how those will do.
Yeah, Calbee is a company who has been around for ages and ages, founded in Japan, post World War II. And they have been, I mean, their legacy products, shrimp chips and things like that, you find in Asian markets, but you'll increasingly find them in conventional stores. And they've had such success with such products, that they are looking to bring some of that stuff and some of those flavors, over to America, and hence these chips that are Asian flavored but packaged for us Americans. They were nice enough to send me samples, and when I opened the box, I wasn't gonna snack on them immediately, but one of the packages had just the curry flavor had opened. I'm like, oh no, should I throw them out?
Oh
No, I did
no.
not. because they smelled
Problems.
amazing. And I mean, the flavors are innovative. That's why we talk about it. This isn't a product review series, but I do have to say that I didn't just try one. The flavor of curry and the texture, the mouthfeel is extremely pleasing, and the chip itself, really good job getting just the right texture and flavor on the base. Um, I am I'm the person that just I don't know why we did this for Easter, but my sister came over, but before then I'd gone to an Asian market and just bought a dozen and a half different flavors of Asian chips because there's flavors that you can't find over here. Braised duck tongue is a Lay's flavor that they sell, I want to say in Thailand. Beer, which I've seen in America, but not for American produced chips. Sweet and sour pork. Make that a
Mm,
thing,
that
please.
sounds good.
But we talk about constantly that there's an interest in international flavors all across like snack and bakery and candy. Um, and it's interesting to see, and it makes sense for Calbee to do it because they're based in Asia, to bring some of those flavors to U.S. Consumers because we want to have fun and flavor adventures. So, thanks for delivering on that. It'll be fun to see how these do with consumers who try them and buy them. I'm a fan. Um, so well done, Calbee. Are we out of thing? We're out of things.
Yep, that was the last one.
Yeah, we're out of things. This is a long one. I was chatty and had a lot to say, but you did too. So it's all right. If people made it to the end, congratulations. Um, before we go though, before you get onto your busy day, I just wanted to say thank you for making all of the fun to follow and delicious to eat when you send samples. I'd love to hear about if you have new products in the works, if you've seen something on the shelves that you think that we should write about, send it to me, spinnerj@bnpmedia.com or Liz. Liz has
Yep,
an email.
mine is Parker Kuhn E at bnpmedia.com.
Yeah, and until next time, thanks for watching.